Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Raw coming at you raw. And I'm here again with my brother from another mother, Fresh, Prince the Gamer. Say something, Fresh.
Woo! How you doing, guys? It's PrinceThaGamer. We back with another video in the same day. That's a record breaker right there.
Whoa,
No,
you're
I'm just
right.
playing.
You're right. The reason I say whoa is because you don't want you don't want like what if something happens and like nah, nothing gonna happen. Yeah, this is record breaking. Whatever. Let's go with it. I was thinking too hard, and then at the same time I'm playing this game. So this is live commentary. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Unity, a Ubisoft game, and this is Gaming Talk episode 2, guys. We did a Gaming Talk episode 1. I'm gonna put the link in the description. Look, this is gonna be us talking about Nintendo NX, talking about games coming out soon, talking about PS4 versus Xbox One. You know what I mean? Like, this is Gaming Talk episode 2, and if you guys please so kindly into leaving a comment, subscribe to my boy Fresh, subscribe to me for just more, just straight gaming talk, you know? Like,
Yeah,
hey,
we listen. Look, we subscribe to our channels. Like we here to, give you guys our amazing opinions because we have very deep conversations and we have to put it out here live because we don't want nobody to miss this, man. We have some. Oh man, it get crazy. You
yes,
guys gotta, you subscribe, be right here with us and enjoy this gaming life with us because it's so amazing and so fun, and we're gonna turn up. Woo!
that's right. Now look, Fresh.
Yes,
We're
sir.
gonna get this format a little better, but I wanna just start with what
Speed for
we
me.
look. We got to do a format. You know what I mean? All these podcasts and stuff have formats. Like they have like, hey, this time or this time in the podcast, we got to do this in certain times. We're gonna
Oh yeah, that's what I did with that new video I put up. Yeah, I understand.
yeah,
Uh,
we got to make it more professional, if you want to call it that, right?
Professional, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So look, we're not gonna do nothing fancy like that now. We're just gonna do gaming talk. The first topic is got to be, and we already hit on this, or at least I did on 2 videos ago. What Destiny 2 will be. We're gonna hit the topic of the show, which is the division. But I just need to get this off my chest. Look, they say supposedly from Kotaku and IGN that Destiny 2 was supposed to come out this year and it's been delayed. Now, first, you said something funny on that video. You said, "How does a game that hasn't been announced get delayed?" So, tell the people, tell the people
Oh
that.
yeah, let me. They must be look. They them develop. Listen, whoever doing this, man, they probably bored. They want something to happen because how you like I said like Ross said just now. How you can't announce a game. I'm not announce a game. I'm sorry. You can't say a game has been delayed if it don't exist. Destiny 2, as of right now, as we speak, Destiny 2 do not exist. I
Mm,
repeat, Destiny 2 does not exist. The Taken King exists. The House of Wolves exists. Stop this with this talking about Destiny 2 is not out. It's not even nobody mentioning it. Nobody at Bungie is talking about it.
that's right. And I just wanted to get that out because look, YouTubers that do Destiny content, hey, I love you guys, but please don't hype up Destiny 2. The thing, it doesn't exist right now. All right, Destiny 2, maybe
Don't do it.
concepts of Destiny 2, maybe a blueprint of Destiny 2, but the game don't exist right now. So don't talk about it.
Yeah. Don't
All right,
kill yourself over Destiny 2. Just
that's right.
period.
Yeah, look, if you burn out on Destiny 1 and you need to talk about Destiny 2, don't just play other games. There are many games out there that you could play, have a good time. But
Right.
moving off of that, because that's not what I want to stay on, and we will get to the topic of the show, which is the division. Guys, listen. We got to talk about this Xbox One and PS4 biz. It's not new news, but PS4 1 December, the biggest month arguably of the year. This December
Not even just December and 2015.
Yeah, I know, but let's just stick on the December talk, all right? Like December was given to PlayStation. First, the question I want to ask you is, will PlayStation 4 dominate 2016?
Oh yeah, that's no
Oh,
doubt about it. There's no doubt. There's no doubts that PS4 will dominate 2016, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna just say one example. This is only one of them. Street Fighter Five. Street Fighter Five is an exclusive to PS4. There's Street Fighter fans out here that has an Xbox One, and once they see like, oh man, they crying, it's not, can I get it for Xbox One? And the GameStop retailer guys, that was only for PS4. I'm like, oh man, I want to play Street Fighter so bad. Like, there are Street Fighter hardcore Street Fighter fans out here that still probably don't know that it's exclusive to PS4, and they all gonna buy a PS4. That's gonna add to the numbers, right? It's gonna add to the charts. Everything's gonna add just for that one game all year long. That's gonna move. That's gonna move consoles. Okay, that's a big title. That's been around since before we was born. So that's gonna
hmm.
move some crazy systems right there. And come on, man, the Last Guard. No, matter of fact, I ain't even gonna talk about the Last Guardian. Uncharted 4 alone, it's over. Street Fighter and Uncharted 4. Them the only two exclusives that if they was coming out, them the only two exclusives that was coming out in 2016, it would still dominate. Period. It would
Hmm.
still dominate over Quantum Break.
Hmm.
Come on, man, seriously, definitely over Quantum Break. That's coming out the same month as Uncharted. That's a bad move right there, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You got a
Yeah.
new IP, which is a TV show, coming out the same month as Uncharted 4. Wow, man. And late in probably June and stuff like that. Man, matter of fact, that's it. All I have to do is kill him with No Man's Sky. It's over. No Man's Sky
Oh.
on PS4. This is gonna be a big debut. Come on, man. You know it's gonna move platforms, bro. You know it is. No Man's Sky, a fighting game alone, is gonna dominate in 2016 for the PS4. Sony has a lot of things up their sleeve, like last year they did the same thing. I always like checked on their websites and stuff like that, and see what new they have coming out in the beginning of the year. I did the same thing last year. They don't say nothing. Like, I've been waiting for them to bring out some news. Man, I'm gonna tell you something right now. You thought last year E3 was something? They learned from that year. They gonna drop bombs to 2016 E3. I believe it. It's last year was nothing. Last year was the best E3. I think that was nothing compared to how this one's gonna be. This one is gonna be ridiculous because now they know what we get hyped for. Each year, each E3, we give them our reactions of things we want to see. They learning from that. So they're like, oh yeah, the fans gonna go wild when they see this one. So they're gonna want to bring games like God of War and all the games like Crash Bandicoot because we want them and we go crazy for them. And guess what? You know what that means? That's screaming money.
That's
When we
right.
start yelling and screaming and all that, all they see is money. I know it's wrong. It's a dollar, but you gotta live. They gotta eat, and they talented people. We love gaming, and it's all right because we get the goodness in return. Um, what you call it? But yeah, I believe that. I'm not saying the Xbox is going to do bad. I'm not saying it's going to do very bad. I just think that PS4 is going to definitely dominate everything in 2016.
Let me say this. I
Everything.
want to agree with Fresh and what he's saying. He spit out some good points. Like if you couldn't beat PlayStation when they arguably had nothing, like they had Bloodborne, they had Until Dawn, they had the Uncharted collection, and they had the Uncharted 4 beta. And Fresh, you said you was gonna do something about that. I ain't gonna
Yep.
tell the viewers nothing. I'm gonna just let you handle that. But anyway,
Yes, sir.
going off of what I'm saying, like if you couldn't beat Sony when they were at their low, um, just figuratively speaking, not really saying they didn't have nothing last year. I just want to get that across. They had stuff last year. It's just that Microsoft, came out with all their stuff at the end of the year, and you're going to remember the end of the year versus the beginning of the year. That's just facts. You're going to remember what you did at the end versus what you did in the beginning. But anyway, look, if you couldn't beat them then, how are you going to beat them when they're like their lineup this year is like that? like how Fresh just told us,
Yeah,
how Fresh just reminded
exactly,
us. So my hope
exactly.
for Microsoft is that they do step their game up to make Sony want to do better, but this is a good time to move to the NX, Nintendo NX. News came out that the NX will be able to stream 4K television as well as run games at 900p, 1080p. Now, I'm saying that's the minimum, 900p, 60 frames per second. That's what they is saying the NX will be able to do. I'm saying that's the minimum. Easily, I can see a developer getting a 1080p 60 frames per second. If you can do 900p, and a lot of people are flipping out about this because they're like, oh, just 900p 60. Look, you gotta understand, Microsoft's console sometimes can't even do 1080p right. And, Sony's console sometimes can't even do 60 frames per second. But if you can get a game like Metal Gear Solid on PS4 that's 1080p and 60, then I'm not worrying about Sony. I'm really looking at Microsoft here. But going back to the NX, like that game and console sounds like a strong console. If you could do 4K streaming, you never know. Like developers are talented, and if the technology is there, the wet work to make a game at a high res and a high frame rate, I can see developers doing that on the NX. I really want the NX if it's backwards compatible. Fresh, my question to you: are you going to get an NX if actually, this is the question: are you going to get an NX, or are you thinking about getting an NX? And is it about is it because of the games? Gameplay is king, but some people buy consoles and stuff because the promise of it. Like, are you if you're going if the question if the answer is yes, you're going to get it. Is it because the promise of a strong Nintendo console, or is this because what? Answer the first question. Are you going to get it? And if
Uh,
yes, why?
okay, okay, okay. Yes, if at E3, because they showing us concept images for what it's going to look like, the Nintendo NX. Um, if it looks appealing to me, if that's the first thing right there, if it looks futuristic and it looks cool, like all right, okay, like that's not a definite yes, I'm gonna get it, but that's like okay, leaning toward more like okay, yeah, that looks very interesting. Like I probably pick it up. Um, the next thing is games. It is games, and the services, because that's important too. Because I already got a PS4. This is another thing we got to pay attention to. Like instead of graphics, games, and all stuff like that, like we have to pay attention to the servers too. Services like PlayStation Plus, Nintendo. I heard I think it's gonna be free again for Nintendo NX, and that's possibly a good thing because if we have third parties uh, on the NX, like like the next Call of Duty might be up on the NX, and it's free for NX, but you still got to pay for PS4 and Xbox One. That's already winning. Period. And we don't got to pay for the service. But um, yeah, I probably pick it up. I'll probably pick up the NX, and I'm gonna tell you another reason why. It's a new console.
Mm.
They see what Xbox One and PS4 is doing, and they learning from their mistakes. Xbox One. Woo! Now just play. Everybody got mistakes. PS4 too. So I'm like Nintendo never had online problems like that. They don't have that many online problems. Like I noticed. So I don't know. I believe that. Hold up. Another thing I gotta throw up out here. I gotta throw this out. And I heard that NX portable, the portable handheld is coming out first, and then the system is coming out next year. What's up with that? That's
Look,
one. That's one of the reasons why I'm a little skeptical about picking it up now,
let me say this
because the
about the
handheld is
NX.
coming first.
Let me say about the NX. If it's a strong console, a promising strong console, look, I want to play that one game that came out that what is it? It's like open world and alien world.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes, I want to play that. Say it again, Fresh.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Xenoblade. I want to play Xenoblade. That game is so appealing to me, and I talked to some friends that played it, and they love it. And I'm like, man, that looks
Hmm.
like my type of game. I want to play that.
Yeah.
And
I,
like, if NX can play Wii games, That's going to be an automatic for me. That's going to be like no brainer. I want the NX. If the NX can play
Yeah.
Wii U games, that's a no brainer.
For 900p 60 frames, listen, if it don't hit 1080p, I'm good with 900p 60. If every game is 900p 60, that's fine with me. Honestly,
Hmm.
I'll buy the console if it's strong and if it can do 4K too. Hey man, I'm down for it. I'm
900p
down for it.
60, people don't understand. That's a lot. If Grand Theft Auto can run at 900p 60, that's great. People don't understand that Nintendo used to be the boss of this gaming thing. You know what I mean? They used to be the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I heard
Sony
it's supposed to be
actually.
work.
Go ahead.
I heard it's supposed to work like this console is supposed to work with PS4, all their rivals. You know that, right? I don't know how
Yeah.
it's going to happen. It's supposed to work with them, meaning like you can use it with that. Like I don't know what they're trying to do. This is like Nintendo. That's one thing right here, man. You gotta have somebody that's going to lead. And honestly, PS4 might be leading in sales, but they're not leading when it comes to innovation. I'm gonna tell you why. Nintendo, as soon as they came out with that Wiimote thing, oh, now PlayStation want to come out with the Move, Xbox want to do the Connect, certain things, all them things like that. It's still the same idea because the Nintendo pulled something off. I don't believe that Sony would have pulled something off like the Move and the Connect out of nowhere. Connect would have been down in the future, but I don't think it would have came out as soon as possible. It's all because of the Wii. Everything, all of this innovation is because of the Wii and Nintendo. So honestly, who's really winning when it comes to innovation?
I
Only
think
reason why, what?
I just wanted to say Sony acts like Apple in that sense. Apple looks at
Yeah,
what people are doing and then they try to do it better. And that's okay. That's not a bad thing. Your whole
nothing.
thing, and which I agree with, is that Sony needs to lead in innovation. And Nintendo making a console that could put Sony in their place, making a console that's strong like PS4 and if not stronger, like 4K streaming. PS4 doesn't have 4K nothing, so if the NX could be stronger than the PS4 in that sense, that can make Sony wake up, and we
Mm-hmm.
need Sony to wake up because we want better games, we want better
Yeah.
experiences. Because
Uh-huh.
right now, guess what? Everyone's talking about Xbox. Oops. I'm sorry, I'm playing Assassin's Creed and I got myself in a pickle. Anyway, yeah, we
You
want
said everybody talking
Sony.
about Xbox.
No, no, everybody. Oh wow, I'm dead. Sorry about that, fellas.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody's talking about PS4 right now, yes. But what if everybody was talking about PS4 because right now, I mean, like everyone's talking about PS4 because it's winning in sales. No one's talking about what PS4 is doing. I don't hear no one talking about share play. I don't hear no one talking about remote play. I don't hear no one talking about better graphics or whatever. I just hear people talk about it's
The
winning in
sales.
sales.
That's it.
That's it. So
Yeah.
if Sony can capture the mind share of talk about our console when it comes to innovation, I think people, not people, but I just truly think the company could benefit from it. Indirectly, we can benefit from it.
um, because let me say this, like, they talk about sales because share play and stuff like that. Listen, PS4 speaks for itself. You don't have to pinpoint on share play. You don't have to pinpoint on graphics because it speaks for itself. It's the
Mm.
better console, and there's a reason why there's a reason why we're talking about sales so much because people are buying it up so much to the point where it's like we need to talk about this. Like you have to because there's a chance that it might surpass the PS2 sales. I mean,
Mm.
I doubt it. I doubt it. But honestly, let me say this: like, man, dude, the PS4 is that good. Like,
Mm.
it is. Like, I'm not trying to say like, oh, Xbox One is terrible or trying to pick sides or anything like that. But PS4 is doing the right thing. Like, clearly, nobody's being a
Hold on, wait, wait,
fanboy
wait. I want
or
to pause
anything.
this and just to make sure. Wow, look at that glitch, girl, floating on midair. I just want to make sure we're still
Sad.
recording.
All
Hold
right.
on, guys, we're gonna check this.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're here again. Um, look, my whole thing is that the NX could be the console to put Sony in its place to make them wanna. Because look, we give Sony all this money and stuff like that, and um, when PlayStation goes down, it makes no sense. And we give Sony all this money, and like we want like updates. Like to be honest, Microsoft is killing it when it comes to updates. Like their console gets updated and gets cool features like every month. Sony gets new features on PS4 like twice a year, and sometimes it's just be stability updates. So my hope is oh
Listen,
I,
listen. Xbox throwing all these features in there. This is the reason why it's messed up. Like, listen, PS4 is a gaming platform. Like, it's not. Listen, look, Xbox got all the streaming stuff on it already. They got video thing. They got. Listen, Snapchat would be good on PS4. Honestly, I wish they had that on there. That'd be nice. Not Snapchat. Skype. Skype would be pretty good on PS4. If they add Skype on PS4, man, that's it. It's over. Then we could do then we could do hold up. They pick Google Hangouts or Skype. Then it'd be over because we can actually do like a crazy podcast like face to face. That'd be awesome. But then like Xbox, it's the UI is cluttered. I'm sorry. People say, oh, the new update is nice, man. This is better. Like I don't know. To me, it just still look cluttered.
my whole thing is My whole thing is I want Sony to be more innovative with their PS4 that they have right now. I want more updates. I want stuff like if you message me right now, it'll appear on my thing, and I can choose to reply it within the game instead of having to reply it like going off the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like little stuff. I'm
yeah,
warning. But
it's gonna
anyway,
happen. Like
that could be a whole nother video about what the next PS4 update could be. Literally, could be
yeah, I know.
a whole nother video. But
Yeah, they could do that probably in the next month or 6 months. Not 6 months. This year period. They could do something crazy. But yeah, off that topic. Yeah, but we was talking about the NX. They said it's supposed to sell 20 million units during its period when it releases. Do you think that's gonna happen? Like, do you think that's possible?
I think it is if
Marketing,
it's strong and if third party support is on it. Definitely.
marketing. Okay.
Yep. Yep. Hey, Fresh, you think it's time?
Huh?
You think it's time for topic of the show? I think it's time. Fellas, if you stuck with us this long, thank you. Remember, leave a comment in the comment section. Be part of the conversation about NX, about Sony versus Microsoft. Tell us what console you prefer. Tell us if Microsoft can win 20. I'm about to say 15 fresh. We're in 2016. But like I said, guys, talk to us. We love hearing you. And we do this for you. We're going to continue with the video now. With topic of the show, which is the Division. Hype is at an all-time high. Why? Why? Because there's guys like Hip Hop the Gamer. I'm gonna shout him out because that dude out the blue, Fresh not introduced me, but told me about this guy, and I'm watching his videos for the first time. Look, I like his work. Check him out on YouTube. That's a shout out.
Yeah.
The Division is a game, a mighty fine game. It's beginning to seem. Is this dude running?
We're still running.
This dude is funny. He was looking for a bell to ring, but anyway, back to the Division. I'm playing the Ubisoft game, Assassin's Creed Unity, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but look, the game looks great. I don't care what people say. Unity is one of the best looking games on next gen, and the game looks great. You know, YouTube compresses stuff and whatever. Sorry about that, but look, the graphics look great. The Division graphics, I have no doubt in my mind it's going to be great. My whole thing was the story, and after watching the prequel to the Division via like it's like a short movie, 31 minutes on Amazon. I watched it, and man, the hype is real, man. Like the Division is going to be okay. Let's just tell the people what it is. It's a third-person RPG, action adventure shooter type MMO game made from Ubisoft. It's a Tom Clancy title, so you're going to have the realism in it. You're going to have like, what if this can happen? Like it could happen. You know, you're gonna have that topic. Like if this happened, this would go down like this, and that's what Tom Clancy is known for. His games are the Tom Clancy series is known of stuff that could really happen, and it's about Black Friday, and the money on Black Friday gets poisoned. Now, no one knows who poisoned the money. That's the mystery of the game. Who poisoned the money to create the fall of society? Just picture all those guys who's Black Friday shopping gets poisoned. A lot of the population dies. The society goes into chaos, and this secret, I guess you could say, militia military unit wakes up from the shadows after society falls, aka the Division. Division is a like let's just say SWAT team for all sense and purposes. A SWAT team that wakes up after this fall of society that gets called into duty, and now the main mission of the Division is to get the peace, to keep the peace, to keep law and order, be the police after the society falls. Basically, that's
Also
the
survival.
well, yeah, survive, but it's not heavily on survival because these guys got tech out the butt, right? Like these.
No, no, it actually is survival.
I know it has some
I
survival
seen four
elements,
hours of
but
gameplay. Yeah, look,
look,
like,
I'm just
are
explaining
you
to
talking about the
people.
mission
No,
or
I'm
like
just
the
talking
story?
about the overall because I have no doubt that it has some survival themes going on with it. But my whole thing is like, what I learned from the video I watched. They are just they're a police team formed after the fall of society, trained in secrecy, gets called into duty after the fall of society. Um, there's three groups: the Division, the Rikers Island inmates, and this other group. I can't remember what their name were, but they're the guys who are like, we're going to protect ourselves from this sickness, and we're going to kill anyone who's sick. You know what I mean? Instead of, hey, let's find a cure. No, they're going to just kill the sick people, and like, the whole natural selection type thing. The weak will
Yeah.
die, the strong will survive. And that's the premise of the game, if anyone was wondering. Fresh, my question to you is, how hyped are you for the Division? And do you think Ubisoft can deliver? And then I'm going to answer the same question. I already answered one of the questions. Yes, I am hyped for it.
Uh,
And
um,
yeah, go.
what you say? And what you was about to say something else?
No, the two questions is, are you hyped for it? And do you think Ubisoft can deliver?
Um, Now when I first seen the division, I was very hyped. Now I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I know this is surprising, but I'm actually more hyped than I was the first time because the game is actually around the corner. Like we're about to have our hands on the division. Like when you hear the division, and you think of that game like, oh, that's never coming out. That's like one of those games like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. Like the Division is definitely one of those games that was announced that was like very surprising. That's a man, that's a new game. That's a game entirely new. Like we're not familiar with that franchise at all. Not something like a sequel. This is something that is being introduced. This is new. This is the prologue to something that's going to be very expensive in the long run. And I'm definitely excited. I'm excited for it. And judging by the interviews I've seen, and with Angry Joe and all the stuff like that, like I think they're very confident in this game and they will deliver. Because they have a lot of fans they have fans just for the division. The game ain't even out yet, and I see fan pages for it already. Like people like 2 million people all on it already, like talking about the game. Like they already. I think this game is definitely going to sell over 1 million copies in a
Mm.
week. Like that it's going to be doing numbers like crazy for the division. Like, cause you gonna have friends that you got friends that's already ready. Like, like us. We gonna be like, oh yeah, we gonna be partnering together and stuff like that. There's already people talking about who's gonna be with who and who's the backup people and all that, and that's gonna expand. You can be like, people gonna be playing other games. You can be like, oh man, you should get the division. Oh, you want to run with me? Because it's fun, man. Do this, you could do that. We could run around New York and stuff, and scavenge and find loot and stuff like that. Like, it's going to be. I think the division is going to be very addicting. It's going to be very addicting, and it's going to spread like a disease, man. It's going to spread like a disease.
What?
Like I
Because
said,
the
the
division
division.
is all about sick dollars.
Nah, nah, not even that. Yeah, yeah, literally. Nah. um, yeah, it's going to do. I think the division is going to do very good. I think it's going to do better than what we expect it to be. Like as people talking about it got downgraded. Honestly, I don't see a difference in my opinion. I have the eye for detail. I definitely do, but from the reflections and when we seen at E3, you can tell that some of the reflections not there, some of the lighting is gone, and but it still looks very good. And we seen it on Xbox One, and I seen on a video the guy he played it on PC. He said the game looks very good on PC, but is it like the 2013 trailer that we seen? He said no, it's not like that at all. So like the PS4 version and the PC version, hey, we got Xbox One version too. I think they're all going to be very similar to each other. It's going to be one's going to look better than the other. I think one is going to look darker, one going to look lighter, and this and that. Like it's always like that. It's always like the contrast and the brightness when it comes to these consoles. So honestly, I think no matter what console you're on, PC, Xbox One, PS4, I think this game is going to do numbers, and I think it's going to do very well. Period.
Let me
I
say
think it's
this,
going to do
Fresh.
very well when it comes to performance and everything. It's going to be good.
Let me say this. I think they will deliver. I think they will deliver. There's one thing about Ubisoft that you got to understand, everyone. They
Mm-hmm.
they care about their games when they're, and look, some people will say, oh, what about Watch Dogs? They jumped on that and they never looked back. They did their
Yeah.
bad blood and they walked away and they just left it. Now look, I enjoyed Watch Dogs. The only thing I wish they would have done was add to it, make it to where the fans were creating the rest of the game. You know what I mean? Like, me and Fresh was tweeting back and forth with the one of the representatives over there on Ubisoft that was over the division. And we wanted some custom stuff. You know what I mean? Like some stuff like, hey, let us turn off cops in the world. So when we invite our friends over, I know, Fresh. I still remember. Anyway, yeah, look, I think they dropped the ball with Watch Dogs in that respect. But guess what? Every developer drops the ball. You know what I mean? Like every developer isn't
Right.
perfect. They're humans. They make mistakes. I think the division
Yeah.
is going to be a game where they're going to deliver on, and people are going to say, "Wow," because
Yeah.
it's going to be a game that makes you say wow. Now the whole answer, the whole thing I'm wondering, is it gonna have you keep saying wow, or will you get through the honeymoon phase really quickly? My hope is that they support it, and that's gonna let everyone know if they're serious or not. I got this news that they're gonna give out free DLC, and I'm wondering why they got a season pass if they're gonna give out free DLC. There's so many questions that's not answered around the division, and we hope to get more
No
answers.
microtransactions.
Yeah, no microtransactions. Um, look, I'm confident that they can deliver a good story. My question is still: is the gameplay going to be good? And will New York just be awesome to walk around in? As far as exploring, the beta
I,
comes out on the 29th on PS4 and ends on the 31st of January, and on Xbox it's gonna hit earlier, I believe on the 28th. to the 21st. So look, I'm gonna get that beta. Fresh gonna get that beta, and we're gonna bring you guys more content of the Division. And look, leave in the comment section. Are you getting the Division? You know what I mean? Let us know what platform are you getting it on. Let us know. Are you guys hyped? And will Ubisoft deliver? Look, my hope is
Right.
they will, but I'm just saying it that like they're releasing this like short movie for the game. Like, come on, you know what I mean? These guys are serious. You know what I mean? These guys
Yeah,
are
but
serious.
one thing about this situation is like, oh, before we get to that, what about this Destiny thing? Hold up, because every video I watch, I mean,
They
I
compare
haven't
it to
played it,
Destiny.
so they compare it to Destiny. So I'm thinking like, is this Destiny's rival? This is what I'm like kind of thinking because they have loot in there. They got this purple and all that legendary stuff, and they got this exotic gear. Well, the exotic in Division is called Epic. So I'm guessing it has Destiny gameplay features, but it's still a different game. It's entirely new. They both new IPs. Um, this is going to be very good. This is definitely going to be good if it's rivaling Destiny because if Destiny come out with some crazy expansion, and the Division might come out with some crazy expansion. So if it's a back and
Mm.
forth thing, if this is
Competition
something
is good.
like a versus competition, this is going to be very good for us gamers in
Mhm.
2016, man.
Mhm.
This is gonna be heavy, man. So I'm ready for what Bungie throw out and what Ubisoft throw out. I can't wait for this.
Let me
And
say this, Fresh. This isn't
yeah,
nothing new though. Them comparing it to Destiny, like they compared Call of Duty to Destiny. They compared Halo 5 to Destiny. People compared
yeah,
Elder Scrolls Online to Destiny. This is all that means. All that means this to me. Destiny dominates. Like everybody has Destiny. Everybody
hmm
has Destiny, and they want Destiny to be challenged. Everybody wants their favorite thing to be challenged because they want that favorite, especially if it's when we're talking about consumerism. Like first said, this is good for us gamers when competition is presented. So yes, my hope is
yeah.
that Destiny is challenged this year by the division, and my hope is that the division
No,
is good enough to challenge Destiny.
yeah,
Because that's the thing. First, all these people have been comparing Destiny to all these games, but they're still
yeah.
waiting for Destiny to be challenged. Call of Duty
But you gotta
hasn't challenged.
understand.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, you gotta understand. Um, I know you saying it's not new, but actually it is kind of new. Cause this is like okay, like Destiny is a new IP. The Division is a new IP. They
Mhm.
keep comparing the Destiny to games that already been out that had sequels.
Mm.
The
Mm.
Division actually is a new IP that has Destiny features in it.
No.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
and
You're
and
right.
listen, and this is by a different developer. So this right here, this is the real rivaling. Now we can compare. Like Black Ops 3, nowhere near Destiny. It might have some things here and there, but the Division, you can see it full. Once you look at gameplays, which I recommend
And
you
hear
to
about
do,
it. And
like
yeah.
yo, you'll see why like I say, oh, it's Destiny. Like this is crazy. Like this is rivaling Destiny. Like you can really tell. With
Mm.
this epic and the legendary loot and stuff like that, like you can tell it's rivaling Destiny. Like you can tell. You like as soon as you see the gameplay, you like, oh yeah, with the emotes and all that, you can do jumping jacks, you doing all this crazy stuff. So it's like that right there. They got emotes in there, man. Like
Let me
that
say this.
that by itself, the way the emotes is not like
Yes.
Battlefronts. Is
Yes.
definitely like Destiny's. Definitely.
Let me say this, man. My whole thing is my whole thing is my hope. Oh, my hope is that Destiny, not Destiny, the division performs well in sales and performs well. Just at the end of the day, just perform well.
hmm
Uh, I know what you mean. New IP, because I was saying games that are basically franchises. I hope it can challenge Destiny. I really do, because I want,
Yeah,
just
I
like
hope so too.
PlayStation and NX, I want PlayStation to be challenged, so competition can exist in that, and
Hmm.
I want Destiny to be challenged, so competition can exist with that. Um,
Oh yeah.
so yeah, man, I
Hey,
do
look,
agree with you, bro. I do agree
it's
with
like
you.
building blocks, man. It's like building blocks. It's like you see how we were talking about with Sony, copying the Wii and all that, when they made the move, they made it better.
Mm.
Like it's things like that, and then they look at other people, and they do the same thing, but we're gonna do it better. We're gonna do it in this way. It's kind of like building blocks when it's come to these developers. It's like one go on top of the other. Then they see what you're doing. All right, then I'm getting on top of you now. Now he see what you're doing. They gonna be on top of everybody. Like when you look at certain things, you learn from their mistakes and you try to do it better, and that makes new mistakes for the other rival. You feel what I'm saying? And they look at those mistakes and so on and so on. So that's how it's like building blocks when it comes to this, Destiny thing. When it comes to Sony and Xbox One, all this stuff, it's the same concept, but it's different developers and different ways. Like the Division is definitely rivaling Destiny. There's nothing like the Division. There's nothing like Destiny. I'm sorry. In my opinion, it's definitely not. There's loops and stuff like. I wouldn't even compare all the scrolls in it because that's already like a franchise that's grown.
Well, Elder Scrolls, I was about to compare because it is in a way a new IP, just like Battlefield Hardlines is a new IP, but it has the Battlefield name, and Elder Scrolls has the Elder Scrolls name. The Division
Yeah.
has no name but itself, and Destiny has no name but itself. So I see why the not the competition, but the comparison is valid for the Division and Destiny.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
even more valid if it was a first-person shooter the Division. If the Division was a first-person shooter, that'd be even more head-to-head in this. But I
Oh yeah, it'd be
understand
more head to
why
head.
the comparison exists. I understand definitely. And
Yeah.
my next question for the viewers is like, would you compare those two? Do you think the division is going to be strong enough to knock on Destiny's door and make Bungie, you know, fix their ties?
Hmm.
Oh snap, new kid in the block, got to get dressed right. Can't be looking like anything. So yeah, man, my hope is that
Or could definitely keep the title. Woo.
or it can, let me say this: can Destiny keep the title after the division drops? Because it's coming, it's coming. And let's
Yeah.
be honest: Destiny is a year old and a half. The division is going to be a newborn baby coming into the world. So let's just understand that as far as content, Destiny's been out longer to improve itself. The division, you got to give it a chance. But if the gameplay is good, then I'm definitely giving it a chance. If the gameplay sucks, we're gonna find out on that beta. But look, Fresh,
Hmm.
I think that's all she wrote. We talked about plenty of topics on this episode of Gaming Talk, but there's more to come. Fresh, it's not over. And
Oh yeah, it's
guys,
not over.
like this video if you want us to do longer videos. Like if you want to see Gaming for Days every week, do Gaming Talk. But look, first tell the people where they can find you at.
Yeah, guys, it's PrinceThaGamer with an A, not an E. And thank you, Raw, for having me here again.
Yes, sir.
It's always been a pleasure to be on your channel talking about this gaming talk.
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
guys, subscribe to our channels if you want to be updated on some gaming news in the world. And yeah, time to turn up. 2016 gaming.
That's right. 2016
The
gaming.
division.
The division hype is real. This has been Raw coming at you raw. And I just hope everybody enjoyed themselves. Remember, leave in the comment section. We want to talk to you. We do this for you. And yeah, man, that's all she wrote. Pieces.
That's all she wrote. Woo!